بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. النهارده ان شاء الله عندنا درس جديد، درس الاسبوع. بس ان شاء الله قبل ما ابدا الدرس حابب ان اقول لكم حاجه ان شاء الله. باذن الله احنا عندنا حصه يوم الاربعاء، حصه الاونلاين باذن الله. فالمفروض ان شاء الله كل الطلبه قبل حصه الاونلاين اليوم الاربعاء ان شاء الله تكون انت سامع الدرس او سامع الفيديو ده ان شاء الله كويس وفاهم الدرس. من خلال الفيديو ده تسمعه مره واثنين وثلاثه لحد ما تفهم الدرس كويس وتحفظ المصطلحات وكل حاجه، بحيث ان شاء الله لما نطلع حصه الاونلاين مع بعض يوم الاربعاء تكون انت فاهم الدرس كويس وما تتعبش في الفهم معايا، وبحيث ان شاء الله انا اخد الحاجات اللي انت اسئلتك والحاجات اللي انت مش فاهمينها ونعيدها تاني ونحل اسئله، وما اضطرش ان انا اعيد كل حاجه واشرح كل حاجه في حصه الاونلاين. وعلشان تبقى الدنيا بالنسبه لك سهله لازم انت تفهم تسمع الفيديو ده اكتر من مره، وكمان تقرا الدرس من الكتاب وتعمل هايلايتس على الحاجات اللي انا هعمل عليها ان شاء الله النهارده في الكتاب وتذاكرها كويس، بحيث ان شاء الله يوم الاربعاء في حصه الاونلاين تبقى الدنيا عليك سهله، ما يكونش اول مره تسمع الكلام ده او اول مره تسمع المصطلحات، فتبقى الدنيا بالنسبه لك ان شاء الله سهله والحصه سهله باذن الله، ودرس الاسبوع ان شاء الله سهل جدا ان شاء الله. Let's start. ان شاء الله today we will study the water cycle. The water cycle. Firstly, what is the meaning of water cycle? The water cycle is the movement of water from Earth's surface to the atmosphere and back again. The water on Earth's surface, it's move from the water, it's move from the Earth's surface to the atmosphere, then back again to the Earth's surface. This process is called water cycle. There are 4 steps of water cycle. Step number 1, evaporation. Number 2, condensation, precipitation, collection or storage. Mention the steps of water cycle. There are 4 steps of water cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection or storage. Collection, it's okay, or storage, okay? Evaporation. The sun heats the liquid water on Earth's surface. The sun heats the liquid water on Earth's surface. Then the water changes to a gas, and this gas is called water vapor. Step number 1, the sun heats the liquid water on Earth's surface, and the liquid water changes to a gas, and this gas is called water vapor. Okay, this is step number 1. Step number 2, condensation. Condensation, the water vapor rises to the air, okay? The water vapor rises to the air, okay, and cools, okay, and the water vapor or a gas cools and it changes to water droplets, and this process it is called condensation. Condensation, the water vapor rises into the air and cools and change to water droplets, and the water droplets and ice crystal combine together. Water droplets and ice crystals combine together and grow to form clouds. And the water droplets and ice crystals grow and become larger, and by the gravity, water droplets and ice crystals fall back to the earth, and this process is called precipitation. Okay, and this process is called precipitation. Water droplets and ice crystals fall down to the earth, and this process is called precipitation. Then the water droplets fall into the earth, on the earth and maybe fall underground between rocks, and in this case the water is called underground water, or maybe move to the rivers and lakes and collect inside it, and this process it is called storage. Storage, precipitation, maybe move or fall between rocks, and it's called underground water, or maybe move to the rivers and collect inside the rivers or lakes, and this process is called storage because the water is storage or collect inside lakes or oceans. Okay. And this is step number 4. Then the water on the lakes or rivers, the sun heat it, and the cycle repeat again. Okay, and so on and so on. Okay. Please open your book on page 273. 273. The heat and okay, open your book on page 273. Okay, and do highlight with me, please. The sun heats liquid water on Earth's surface. The water changes into a gas called water vapor. This process is called evaporation. Water vapor rises into the air. As it cools, the water vapor changes into water droplets, into droplets of liquid water. This process is called condensation. Okay, droplets, water droplets, and ice crystals gather in the atmosphere to form clouds. Okay, uh, eventually the droplets of water and crystals and ice crystals can combine and grow larger and fall back to the earth, and fall back to the earth as is slate or as snow or as rain, and this process is called precipitation. Precipitation in the form of water that fall to earth liquid. Turn to page 275. Uh, as as I said, there are 4 steps of water cycle. Number 1, evaporation. Number 1, evaporation. Evaporation is the energy from the sun heats liquid water on Earth's surface. The water changes to a gas called, this gas is called, it's called, it's called what? It's called water. It's called water vapor. Okay, evaporation is step number 1. Step number 2, condensation. Condensation of water vapor cools and changes into droplets of liquid water. Water droplets and ice crystals gather in the air, forming okay, forming clouds. Clouds. Water droplets and water droplets, water droplets, water droplets, and ice crystals and ice, and water droplets and ice crystals combine together to form clouds. This is step number 2, condensation. Step number 3 is precipitation. Precipitation is the water droplets and ice crystals combine and become larger. Eventually, they become so heavy that gravity pulls them to Earth. Precipitation is any form of that fall to Earth is any form of water. That any form of water, like maybe snow or rain. Okay. Step number 4 is storage. Turn to page 274. Precipitation fall into water bodies or into land. Water that fall on the land may soak into the ground and collect as groundwater. Some water run off the land and collect in river and lakes and the oceans. Underline 4 places where water collects after it falls as precipitation. 4 places where water collect. The water collect maybe in river or lakes or oceans, or maybe collect underground and called groundwater. Okay. Select the correct answer to complete the statement. The process of water vapor becoming liquid water is the process of water vapor becoming liquid water is condensation, precipitation, water cycle. Which one? Is excellent, is condensation. Number 2, any form of water that fall to earth is excellent, is precipitation. Number 3, the movement of water from earth's surface to the atmosphere and back again is condensation, precipitation, water cycle. Yes, water cycle. Number 4, how does the process of evaporation change water? How does the process of evaporation change water? Change liquid water to changes liquid water to water vapor. Liquid water change to water vapor. Yes. Number 5. The water cycle is the movement of water from Earth's surface to the atmosphere and back again. What is the correct order of the steps in the water cycle? What is the correct order of the steps? I said number 1 is evaporation, number 2 is condensation, number 3 precipitation, number 4 storage. Yes, C. What causes water to evaporate? What causes water to evaporate? The sun. Yes, energy from the sun causes water to evaporate. Okay, class, thank you for everyone. See you later and goodbye.